Have you ever walked through a forest so quiet you could hear your own heartbeat? Now imagine that silence being broken, not by a snapping twig or a hooting owl, but by a sound that seems to come from the very earth itself, a low, persistent hum that grows louder as the moon climbs higher. Welcome, fellow explorers, to the story of the Tao's hum, and the forest that seems to sing a mysterious song at midnight. For decades, residents and visitors near Taos, New Mexico, have reported hearing this strange phenomenon. It's often described as a low-frequency hum, almost like a diesel engine idling in the distance, but there's no engine to be found. It's a sound that baffles scientists and has given birth to countless theories. Some people can't hear it at all, while for others, it's a constant, maddening companion, especially during the dead of night. The real mystery deepens when you venture into the vast wilderness of the Carson National Forest that surrounds Taos. As darkness falls, the hum seems to become more localized, more intense. People who have camped deep within these woods speak of a tangible vibration in the air, a feeling that the forest itself is alive and breathing. It's not just a sound, it's an experience. One camper described it as feeling like he was standing inside a giant, invisible bell that had just been struck. So, what could it be? The scientific community has thrown everything they have at this puzzle. Early investigations in the 1990s involved sensitive sound equipment and geological sensors, but the results were inconclusive. They ruled out common culprits like industrial facilities, power lines, and gas pipelines. The sound simply didn't match any known man-made source. One of the leading theories is that it's a form of tinnitus, a sort of mass auditory illusion. But that doesn't explain why the hum is geographically specific, or why multiple, unrelated people describe the exact same frequency and sensation in the same location. It also fails to account for recordings of the hum, which, although faint, have been captured on specialized equipment. Another fascinating idea points to geology. The area around Taos is part of the Rio Grande Rift, a place where the Earth's crust is slowly being pulled apart. Some geologists speculate that the hum could be caused by microseismic activity, tiny, imperceptible tremors that generate low-frequency sound waves as rock grinds against rock. Deep underground, the unique geological structure of the region could then amplify these sounds, making them audible to the human ear. Imagine the immense, slow-motion power of the planet creating its own subtle symphony. Then, of course, we enter the realm of the more unconventional. Could it be a secret military experiment? The area isn't far from several research labs and military bases, leading to speculation about underground communication systems or experimental aircraft. But government agencies have consistently denied any involvement, and no evidence has ever surfaced to support these claims. Let's go back to the forest itself. What if the answer isn't under the ground, but all around us? Some bioacousticians wonder if it could be a collective biological sound, perhaps the combined hum of a massive insect population, like a species of midges or cicadas, whose resonant frequency is just on the edge of human hearing. The unique ecosystem of the high desert forest could be the perfect breeding ground for such a phenomenon, one that only reaches an audible crescendo under the specific atmospheric conditions of the night. I once read an account from a hiker who got lost in the Carson National Forest and had to spend the night. He wrote that as midnight approached, the hum started, and he felt a strange sense of calm. He said it didn't feel menacing. It felt ancient. He described how the pine needles on the ground seemed to vibrate, and the air grew thick with a strange energy. He felt like he was a guest in a place that operated on rules far older than humanity. He didn't sleep, not out of fear, but out of sheer awe. He just sat and listened to the forest hum its midnight song until the first light of dawn, when it faded away as mysteriously as it had appeared. This personal, subjective experience is at the heart of the Tao's hum. It's a personal mystery for each person who hears it. It's this intersection of science, nature, and personal perception that makes the phenomenon so endlessly captivating. Is it the earth groaning? The hum of a million tiny insects? A trick of the mind? Or something else entirely? The forest keeps its secrets well. The sound seems to defy our attempts to capture and categorize it. It remains wild, untamed, a reminder that there are still corners of our world that we don't fully understand. It challenges our perception of reality and invites us to listen more closely to the world around us. Perhaps some mysteries aren't meant to be solved, but simply to be experienced. They exist to spark our curiosity and remind us of the immense and wonderful complexity of our planet. The Tao's hum is more than just a sound. It's a legend woven into the fabric of the landscape. It's a quiet, persistent question mark hanging in the cool, clear air of the New Mexico night. For those who live with it, it's a part of daily life. For those who travel to hear it, it's a pilgrimage to the edge of the known. What do you think is causing the forest to hum at midnight? Have you ever experienced anything like this in your own travels? Share your stories and theories in the comments below. I'd love to read them. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the heart of an auditory mystery. If you enjoyed this exploration, please hit that like button and subscribe for more adventures into the unexplained. Stay curious and keep listening.